Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. In today's video, we are going over the watch list for next week. Today is June 26th. We are going over the top stocks in cryptocurrencies we're going to be looking at for next week. Now, these are the names that I think look the best on our watch list. I just went ahead and posted this list over here inside of the Discord, so you guys can actually come over here to the watch list tab, click on this link right here, and that will pull it up. So we're just going to cover all these names in this video, but you guys do have access to this same watch list. I drop this once a week over here in the Discord, so you guys can do your own due diligence over the weekend. Take a look at it. Obviously take everything with a grain of salt. We have a very specific strategy that we follow here at Overkill Trading. In the Discord, we are 1 to 6 month swing traders here. Okay, we focus on a monthly and a weekly chart. So when we take these trades, when we're entering positions, we are looking 1 to 6 months out. These are not day trades. Okay, what we look to do is we look to enter and exit positions using our trading indicators. The green dot means buy and the red dot means sell. I'm going to be talking about these signals down here along with the EMAs and things like that here this week, in this video. And we have two different buy strategies. So again, we're focused on the monthly and the weekly chart here. The weekly chart, we're looking for these green dots down here below the white line. Okay, you can see this is service now. This is on the list here, but that came right there back in April. So you could see that where did the signal come? It came right here at $85. Okay, so what that signal told us is that, hey, this $80 level, right, 83 or 81, we just kind of use round numbers here, like $80 is the bottom price. That's what our indicator tells us. And we went from 85 all the way up to 140. We ended up taking some profits here based on one of our sell strategies right here on this red dot at like 130. It pulled all the way back. Okay, so now we're looking for a green dot here on the weekly or the daily, and ServiceNow actually has the daily alert down here. So this is a bullish signal here based on the daily chart. Again, our primary focus is the weekly and the monthly, but once we get our signals here, you can see this one has a monthly alert. Okay, see the monthly alert. The last time we got the monthly alert here on ServiceNow was back here in January 2023. Okay, that was at $80. Where did we bounce? Well, we bounced at $80. So again, it's very important. We need to pay attention to where the signals are coming, right? Pay attention to where the price is telling you, hey, this is the bottom. Because again, if you're getting this signal, what that's telling you is that, hey, $80 is likely the bottom. Is it 100%? No. Okay, but it's anywhere from, if you're using a monthly chart, and you're buying when the wave's down here, it's extremely accurate. It's only happened one other time on ServiceNow back here in 2023. That was 3 years ago. It went from $80 all the way up here to 240. And again, it has the green dot on the monthly chart. So those are our two buy signals, right? We want the weekly signal down here below the white line. And this blue wave being below the white line, guys, just tells us that we've capitulated, right? We want to buy things that are very beat up. We want to buy things that have gone down. We don't want to buy things when they're sitting up here, okay? When the wave's up here. This is when we look to sell. So again, our buying strategy is to buy a green dot, okay, a green dot on the weekly chart when the wave is below the white line, or the monthly chart. Okay, those are the two 1 to 6 month swing trades that we look to enter. So that's the buying strategy. And again, I have a free trading course. If you guys are new, I just want to cover this real quick so you guys know what we're looking for in this video before we dive in. Okay, but those are the two buying strategies. I do have a free trading course that goes more into depth on every single indicator and the strategy as well. So you guys can check that out for free over here in the trading course if you guys are new. So that's the buying strategy. Again, the buying strategy is great, but if you don't have a selling strategy, okay, if you don't have a selling strategy, okay, the buying strategy is useless, because if you don't know where to sell, okay, where you buy doesn't matter if you're trading, right? If you're buying and holding forever, this isn't a strategy for you, obviously. We want to buy low, right? We want to buy down here, okay, and sell up here. That's the goal, right? Buying low, selling high. So our selling strategy, sell strategy number one, is actually based on a daily chart here. What we look to do is we want to sell, okay, a red dot in the red zone, okay, on a daily chart. Okay, the red dot in the red zone on the daily chart. Whenever we reach the red zone here on the Fibonacci, this is where we're looking to sell. You can see this one came back here in January of 2025, about a year ago, okay, at $230 up there in the red zone, all the way down here. So the reason we use the red zone is because it gives us a place to aim for, right? So if ServiceNow goes back to the red zone from here, and everyone's hyped up about ServiceNow, you got Donald Trump buying it, right? A lot of hype, right? All the excitement happened in 3 days, and then they flushed it all the way back down. So if we go back to the red zone here on ServiceNow, that's 110% move. And yes, we did enter at around 85 down here off the signal. And yes, we did sell right here. Okay, we didn't sell completely in the red zone. We trimmed our position right up here. Okay, because again, it ran really hot. I mean, this thing went from 85 all the way up here to 62. And I was talking about this with someone in the Discord today. But when you see a separation like that off of these daily EMA ribbons, you guys see how far the price was extended just off the daily ribbon there? You see the extension there? It normally will pull back when that happens. So my goal was to sell. I sold on this red dot here around 135, and then my goal is to get back in. And today we got a daily alert. So I'm looking to re-enter service now here this week. Looking very good. And again, we got a big range back to the red zone. If we just go back to the red zone, that's a 200%, I'm sorry, that's a 110% move. Okay, 110%. There's a lot of meat on that bone. Okay, so again, I like service now. Again, it has the monthly alert, so this tells us we're going up over months, and we got a huge pullback here from 140 back down to 90. Right, everyone got really excited, overly excited up here. Right, people rushing in. Right, people don't want to buy down here. People don't want to buy down here because people aren't excited down here. But the fact that the wave's sitting down here on service now, I think this looks like an excellent opportunity here. And again, a lot of meat on that bone. So we would be waiting for this to come back up here to exit, right? Once it reaches the red zone, we are no longer interested in the asset. We want to buy when it's down here, right? Down here, nobody cares, right? Down here, people are not having a good time, okay? When we pulled back 50, 60, 70%, right? Look at service now. Look how far this thing's pulled back. $200 down here to 100. That's a 100% dip. Okay, so again, no one's excited down here about things. We want to buy before the excitement, before the enthusiasm happens. So when we're buying, 9.5 times out of 10, people are going to disagree with us. A lot of people are going to disagree with us because people only want to buy when things are trending up, right? People were wanting to buy service now up here at 140 because Donald Trump bought it and politicians were buying it, and it ran up really fast. But we were already positioned, right? We were positioned here. Okay, right here at 80, like 85 is where we entered. We got another signal right here at 98. You made money on that signal and this signal. Okay, if you bought in either places. And again, when we get a signal, okay, we want to enter, and then we're waiting 6 months. And then we're entering again, right? You can average down on your position. If you buy here in February, you could buy again here in May. Because if you liked it at 100, you should like it more at 85. Right? Warren Buffett says you should be excited to buy when your asset goes down. So another thing I really like about service now right now is the fact that it's sitting down here below the 4-year. This is the mean. So the 4-year average is the blue line on the weekly chart. Okay, that's a 200 EMA on a weekly chart. It is the average price over 200 weeks. There's 208 weeks in a 4-year period. Okay, 200 weeks is our sweet spot. 200 EMA is used by a lot of traders. Okay, and we use it on the weekly chart. Again, that tells us where the 4-year average is right now. So service now, compared to the last 4 years, is trading at a 35% discount, right? It's down 35% from the average price. How do we know we're buying it at a fair price? Well, we look at the mean, right? If we're looking at things from a 5-year perspective, right, and we want to swing in and swing out along the way up, okay, where do we want to buy? We want to buy at the mean, right, at the average, because again, that's a fair price. To us, that's a fair price. The 4-year average is a fair price. If we're below the mean, though, like we are right now in service now, which is sitting down here like 35% down, like we just measured, we're down here, right? We're down here below the mean, right? This is discount territory right here. Fair price, discount territory, okay? So again, that first selling strategy, very important. The red dot in the red zone on the daily chart. And then sell strategy number 2 is we want to sell when the stochastic RSI, okay, the light blue line on the trading indicator, hits the white dotted line, or we get a weekly dot, a red dot on the weekly chart. So second sell strategy is pretty simple. Red weekly dots. Ideally, we want to sell the red dots up here, right, when the wave is up here, and we want to buy the green dots down here. So if you get a red dot up here, okay, this is where we want to be taking profits. This is where we want to be taking profits. Okay, and we did get one back here after that flush, but again, we just got to pay attention to where the price is right now. If this wave is down here, okay, we're in fear territory, right? Warren Buffett says, buy the fear, sell the greed. This blue wave is the easiest fear and greed index for any asset, okay, on the planet, right? When it's down here, people are fearful. Why are they fearful? Because we just dropped, right? We just came down, okay? We want to buy after a big, long pullback, right? We want to buy after a big capitulation drop, right? In fear, right? It doesn't feel good down here. People don't feel good about the asset down here. People don't care about the asset. They only care when it's up here. Okay, this is where we want to sell. right? I was just talking about this with someone in the Discord, okay? Micron was at $65 a year ago, guys. $65, $70. Who was talking about Micron back here? Nobody. No one cared about Micron back here. Where were we? We were below the mean, below the average, right? No one cared. Up here, though, everyone wants to buy it, right? It's the greatest company in the world. It's never coming down, yada, 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 right? This is excitement. So again, we want to buy in these areas, right? We don't want to buy when people are excited. If everyone's already talking about it, we're too late to the party. Okay, for our strategy, again, we would not put in a 6-month long right here on MU, because again, our strategy is for 6 months out. We're not thinking tomorrow's price or next week's price. This is, in my opinion, very dangerous territory to be buying chip stocks. Okay, which brings me to my next thing on the watch list here, SOXS. So this is a semiconductor bear ETF. I bought this at $5. Okay, I'm down like 20% on it. But again, why am I buying this? Well, first off, it has a weekly alert here. Did it get the monthly yet? Yeah, it has a monthly and a weekly alert. And this thing just been getting absolutely pounded. Why is it getting pounded? Well, because all these chip stocks have gone parabolic, right? Everybody wants to buy chip stocks right now. Look at Intel. Look at AMD. Look at the average. You guys see the 4-year average here? Okay, again, this is like new paradigm territory. Oh my gosh, AI, this and that, memory this, all, right? This is when it's already, right? The bubble's already there. It's a bubble, right? We are way up off of the moving averages, right? I mean, if you look at Intel right now, it's trading at a 67% premium, 67% above the 4-year average. So if you're looking at things over a 5-year perspective, right, you're buying it at a 67% premium compared to where it's been over the last 4 or 5 years. So you can see if you scroll back, it does this sometimes. It goes parabolic. But every time we get up here, we eventually will retrace back down into the blue line. It has happened forever throughout history, right? It's had some pullbacks, right? This is where it went parabolic back here. This was Intel back in this was the dot-com bubble. This was in 2000. The 2000 dot-com bubble, it crashed from 75 all the way down here to 12. Okay, so again, it's just overextended, right? We want to short things that are up here. Again, this is a dangerous trade. It's a leveraged trade, but I think it's the easiest way to short chips right now. So I'm staying short on that. If anything, I'm looking to buy more here. They do have a stock split coming up here in July. So I just think AMD and all these names, I mean, they're just, look at the separation. I mean, they're all trading. I mean, the trade's over, right? 67%. Eventually, someone's going to want to take some profits, right? Some big hedge fund that bought it maybe down here at $70 when nobody cared about it, they're up 800%, right? They probably want to take some profits. They probably want to take some profits if they entered right here back in March. So if semiconductors go down, SOXS is going to go up. Circle, I actually added to this one today. It does not have the green dot here yet, but it is getting a nice bounce here on the daily chart. It doesn't have the green here on the daily. This one came back here at 79. It's sitting at 73, so I'm getting it at a little bit of a discount. This one hasn't been around too long, but I think these guys are going to be one of the biggest winners from the Clarity Act. These guys are the issuer of USDC, which is one of the largest stable coins in the world. So I took a position on this. We traded this one back here at like 50 or 60. I think we sold it somewhere around 100. Now it's pulled back here to 73. I like it. What I'm looking for is a daily dot next week. So that one is on the favorites list. Uber's breaking out here on the daily. That one has a green dot. I got stopped out on this one on this candle right here. I had a stop loss at like 67 or 68. It went down to 67 and reversed. It happens sometimes when you set those stop losses, but that's looking like it's reversing nicely here. I like this one. Again, target's going to be up here between 90 and 100. I might look to re-enter that one next week. Path, we're just looking for the green dot, but again, where'd the last one come? The last one came right here at $9. So what does that tell us? Right, $9 is a very strong support level. If we're buying it at 10 and the bottom is 9, right, we're getting pretty close. Right, people expect us to be like precision, like at the cent of the bottom. But dude, if we can get anywhere from 10 to 20% within the bottom, we're gonna do great. Right? If we can buy within 10 to 20% of the bottom, we're gonna do great over the long term. Because again, our trades go for 60, 70%, 100%, 200%. Right? $9 up here to $20 last time. That was a 114% move. So I just think it looks interesting. It's bouncing very nicely. It actually has a daily alert here showing on the daily as well. No weekly yet, but again, the last weekly came right here in April at $9. So we know that $9 is the support level, okay? We might go red, green, red, green, red, right? You just got to pay attention to where the price is. The signals are telling you that 9 is the bottom. Okay, so again, if we want to play this one, it's got a daily alert here. $9 is the level we're watching. GoDaddy's looking good here. I think that one's probably going to print next week. This is a big... They pretty much, they're like a website, domain hosting platform, really good cash flow. Again, lots of meat on the bone back to the red zone here. Okay, all the way back here to the top's 121%. Stock's just been killed. Great company, great earnings, making $1 billion every quarter. Okay, we're down here in buy territory. Here's PayPal. PayPal's green. PayPal looks like it's going to close green here on the week. So again, what are we paying attention to? We're paying attention to that level right there at $38. That's where we bottomed right here in February. We're actually making a higher low right now with another signal. So when you see a green dot and then you get another one that's higher like this is actually divergence, which is actually very bullish. Okay, so up above 38. We love PayPal. That one had a daily dot there at 41. It's up like 4% today. But again, a lot of meat on that bone. All the way back here to the red zone, that's 77%. Okay, that looks really good with that weekly printing. That's one of my favorites this week. CPNG, I think this is an e-commerce South Korea company. I think they're based out of South Korea, someone told me. We added it to the watch list. They have pretty good earnings. They're making about $8 billion a quarter. Again, if we're looking at the 4-year average, we are currently sitting 22% below the 4-year. So that tells us we're down here. Okay, 22% below tells us we're in despair, right? You got a signal right here at 16. You got a signal right here at around 15. I would say the bottom's in there at 15. We're breaking out here over the 9. I think that one looks pretty good for next week too. Robinhood, we're just looking for more continuation on this. We could be in here on the daily or the 4-hour looking for bounces. I did take profit on this thing right up here around 110. Right there around the 50% line, around 110. It did pull back here, so now I'm just looking for a green dot on the daily or the 4-hour to re-enter. Probably the 4-hour would be a good one, but it is trying to find some support right here at 90. If that goes down to like 85, I'll probably re-enter the trade. We'll see what happens. Watching for a daily and a 4-hour here next week. That one still has some room up there to the red zone as well. We're talking about 53% here. RING, Ring. This one's just bouncing at an interesting spot. It's bouncing at 33. Just looking for the green dot on the weekly on that one. S looks good here. S got the signal back here at around, this is a cybersecurity company, Centennial One, $12. It's bouncing here at 14 now, so that's actually making a higher low. So once again, watching this one, because again, it has the monthly alert. So the monthly alert tells us we're going up over the months. So when you have the monthly alert, you can look here on the daily. And when you get the signal here on the daily, those are normally very good entries. I like this one a lot above 14. I think cybersecurity is going to be a huge deal in the future. And as long as that holds 14, I think you could see some continuation, probably up there to the red zone at around $20 on this one here next week. That's sitting at 15. DUOL. This one's also just very beat up. Again, the dot is still green, so we're still bullish. Targeting up here in the red zone. Has some red dots, so it's just kind of grinding right now. This thing's got beat up. It's got the monthly as well. So I like this one as long as it holds on to 95. I'd be looking for pullbacks here on the daily and the 4-hour. We got SoFi. SoFi's still ranging here. Again, where are we trading? We're trading pretty dang close to the mean. Pretty dang close to the 4-year here. That's sitting at 1550. It's sitting at 17. We are looking for a move up here to the red zone between 28 and 32. I still have a position on that. Still holding it. I like it a lot above 1490 there. XCN also just looking for the signal on this one. I bought more of this week. I actually averaged down. I like it down here at 3.5. I started buying this thing around 0.004. Again, it was up here at 5 cents. They're paying around 26% APY on their website right now. So again, I'm still just accumulating this one, looking for the wave to come back up here and give me a red dot again. That was at 5 cents back there in January, and it's pulled back to less than half a penny now. GIS, this one looks good. This is that dividend stock we've been talking about. Huge company. They make all the cereal brands. That one's got a monthly alert here, so that one tells us, hey, $30 looks like a pretty good bottom there. It's breaking out on the weekly. It's breaking out on the monthly. GIS, I think they pay like an 8% dividend. That one's still looking very good. BMNR, this is a play on Ethereum. We believe Ethereum and these cryptos are just very beat up right now. And we think they're going to bounce back. So playing BMNR here on the next weekly signal, I think will be good. Again, everyone's excited about this thing up here at $140. No one cares about it down here at 13, but I think ETH will bounce. Ethereum's chart's coming up here in a sec too. Tempest AI, this one's bouncing nicely as well, breaking out here on the daily. That one looks like it's bottom right there at $40. Our target's up here at around 90 to 100. So you got the signal last week at 45. You got this signal down here at like 42. It's sitting at 56 and breaking out. I think that one looks good. Really good to buy on some pullbacks here into the EMAs. Like if you can get that thing at $50, that'd be great. But again, a lot of room to go. This is a 6-month swing. Again, hopefully you entered a couple weeks ago at 46 on this, but I definitely think that one we'll have some continuation. We'll look to sell that one there on a red dot. HNT's getting some buyers stepping in down here at 20 cents. Just looking for the signal on that one next week. We got Aerodrome as well, also still green here, looking for some continuation. Our target's still up here in the red zone. It's bouncing pretty nicely there inside of those EMA ribbons. It's pulled back a little bit from 55, but we still have about 140% to go all the way up there to 120 on Aerodrome. I think this one's going to be a big outperformer this year in the bull cycle once it hits. A lot of things they're doing, a lot of big partnerships with Coinbase and things like that, but this looks very strong here above 35. You can see it bounced at this same spot back here in 2025. Okay, that was in April. That came at 35 cents. It went up to $1.60. Okay, the only thing stopping us from getting those gains right now is patience. Okay, waiting on that red dot there on the weekly for Aerodrome. ISRG, again, this one's sitting into the 4-year here. Looking for the green dot on this one as well. Okay, 395 is where we're trying to bounce, but ultimately we just need the signal on this one. Again, I like the fact that it's sitting here into the 4-year. Looks good. We just need our signal on that one. Big healthcare company there. EIGEN, this one is also still breaking out, still green. Looking for the continuation on that next week. Our target's up here in the red zone around $1.60 to $2. It's sitting at 22 cents right now, bouncing nicely here off of these EMAs at around 20 cents. And ETHA, this is Ethereum's ETF here, so I have all the Ethereum names in here. I just like Ethereum, guys, because again, it's way down off of its 4-year average. It's sitting at a 37% discount. So if I'm an investor, if I'm thinking 5 years out, right, I'm thinking, okay, I'm getting a 40% discount right now according to the last 4 years, right? The average price over the last 4 years, which sits at 2,500. So if I buy it down here at 15 and it just goes back up here at 2,500, I'm a happy camper. Okay, but down here, we love these altcoins. Okay, we're not flipping bearish. It's not going to happen. Okay, everyone's flipped bearish. We're not flipping bearish. We like these. We love these prices, right? We love them. This is nowhere to be bearish. This is where we want to be bullish. Okay, everyone's bullish up here when Ethereum's at 5,000. It's a dead project down here at 1,500. Okay, we like Ethereum. We don't think that one's going anywhere. Same thing with Chainlink. Again, buying it at massive discounts right now. It's never been a better time to buy crypto than right now, guys. Okay, never been a better time. Okay, 45%, what was that, 30%, 35%, 42%. Okay, massive discounts right now for crypto. So ETHA is just the Ethereum ETF. So if Ethereum goes up, ETH is going to go up too. I think you're going to get a big bounce on those here in July. We got Disney. So Disney's down here in the golden zone. Again, we're just looking for that target. 26% move there on Walt Disney. Again, the last signal came right here at 96. What's the price sitting at? Okay, the price is sitting at 98. So we're getting it pretty close to where this signal came. Can it keep coming down? Yes. Okay, but ultimately we should be looking for a daily or a 4-hour right now because, again, we have our price. Okay, that green dot tells us, hey, 95. Boom, that is where we're bottoming. It popped up to 111. It pulled back a little bit. Okay, we still like this one above that $94 level. 94 on the stop loss. If you can buy it closer to 90, that's great. Okay, I think Disney's a huge company. $25 billion a quarter, guys. $25 billion reported in revenue for a 3-month span. In 3 months, they made $25 billion. Okay, not a small company, huge company here. So I like this one a lot above 94. PG, again, that one's still green. This is Procter & Gamble. Looking for that one to retrace up here to 170, sitting at around 150. Those aren't very big stocks. Okay, those are good beginner stocks. Okay, a lot of people get involved and get right into crypto and see crypto go down 30% in a week, and they lose their mind, right? Crypto's the most volatile asset, right, in the world, right? We really got to understand, okay, where we're buying and understand the technicals, right? Because technically, I don't care about the sentiment on X, guys. You guys know me. I don't listen to the news, okay? I don't listen to people on Twitter, okay? Because most of them are wrong, right? And again, the only thing that separates you from being right or wrong is time, right? The longer you're willing to hold, the more likely you are to be right in the markets. That is statistically proven. Okay, you can look that up on any chart. But all I know right now is Ethereum is sitting at a 37% discount, right? If my favorite store, we reference Costco all the time here. If Costco had a sign outside the door when I got there that said 40% off everything, you'd bet I'd be loading up my cars, right? I'd be loading up my carts. Okay, I'd get my wife to drive her car. We'd buy everything if everything was 40% off that day, right? In the markets, people don't think like that, right? This is where people panic down here. This is where people get scared and unsure because, again, we've gone down for 10 months, guys, right? This signal came here in August, in August, right, at $5,000, $4,800. That came $4,800 all the way down here to $1,500. Okay, so why is it that everyone's excited to buy up here at 5,000, but nobody cares about it down here at 1,500? It's human psychology, right? People are enthusiastic when everything's going up. People are not happy when things are going down. Warren Buffett says, buy when there's blood in the streets. Buy when people are fearful. When everyone's running out of Costco, right? When they're running out of Costco, that's when we're running in, right? They're like, oh my gosh, 40%. It's too good of a discount. I got to run out. I got to get out of here. I'm done. Right? That's literally the picture in your head. You think of that, you're like, wow, that just doesn't make any sense, right? Because it doesn't. And this is why I just find this stuff so interesting, guys. I mean, I am so fascinated and intrigued by economics and how these markets move because a lot of it's psychology. I mean, a lot of it is human psychology, human behavior. Okay? That's how you become successful in the markets is you master your emotions. Okay? The great thing about our strategy is we don't need to go off of our emotions or what we think or what we feel. We just go off the signal. I could zoom out of Ethereum and show you that every time this wave came down here and gave a green dot, it's been a great time to buy. All you had to do was buy and hold. Okay? Sometimes it didn't happen overnight. But again, if you're buying down here, okay, let's just go back to 2023. Buying down here, 1,500 up to 4,000. Buying right here in September, 2,200 up to 4,000. That's a 100% trade. Buying down here in 2025, 1,500 up to 5,000. That's a 220% trade. Okay, where will this signal come and how much will it net us? Right, and this one came back here at 19. This is when I restarted my position on Ethereum. I exited all my Ethereum up here. Okay, we restarted here. Am I down on my current position on Ethereum? Yes. Do I care? No. Why? Because I'm thinking 5 years out, right? I'm thinking 6 months out. Most people can't hold past 48-hour timelines. Okay? People buy this week and they'll sell next week because it went down. We're not thinking like that. We're not selling until the wave comes back up here and gives us a red dot. That's where we want to sell. That's where we want to take our profits. Okay? If we get out right here at 4,000 and we go to 5,000, do we care? No. As long as we're getting out at a close spot, we don't want to time the exact top or the exact bottom. It's impossible to do. We want to get close. We want to be in range, in a 10 to 20% range. Here's Osmosis. I still like this project. It's built on the Atom network. So Atom is another cryptocurrency here. Another layer 1 blockchain, but Osmosis is the DEX on that. I pretty much have in my portfolio a bunch of DEXs. This looks really bad right now, right? It's gone down from $2 all the way down to 3 cents. Okay, but they actually generate more revenue than a lot of the DEXs out there. And I think it looks really interesting down here at 3 cents. Just looking for a weekly on that one. Baba's been getting hit hard. One of the biggest Chinese companies in the world. Slid after allegations. It's AI assessed Anthropic Claude via model. Hong Kong, blah, blah, blah. Just a bunch of garbage news, right? This company makes $35 billion a quarter, right? I think they can last. One of the biggest Chinese companies out there. So I started a position on this at 110. It's down here to 94. I'm looking to average down my position on the next weekly. I still really like Baba. Again, one of the biggest Chinese companies in the world. So what are we doing? We're waiting on the signal. ENPH, this one's pulled back into its yearly moving average right there. So this looks interesting above 43. We'll see if this one can snap a green dot here on the daily up above that $40 level. I put a stop loss on this one probably at 41. And I'd be looking for the daily on this one. It would need to get a daily dot and get back over 50 really quick here. Nice candle forming here on XCM, or I'm sorry, this is XLM. Again, this one had a really nice move here from 14 all the way up here to 30, pulled back here to 17. I think it looks good there, bouncing at $17. Looking for the daily on that one. That one is red. So we really want that one to bounce right here, right now. Like, these are very important support levels here for crypto. FLR looks good. Also forming a green candle here on the daily with the monthly alert here. This one just got listed on Robinhood as well, so keep your eye on FLR next week. STLA, again, huge car maker. They make Jeep, Dodge, right? Big car maker. They're sitting down here literally at 2020 lows, right? Lowest price in 6 years. We bounced at this same area back here in 2016. Does that mean we have to bounce now? No. But again, we're buying it down here where the big buyers stepped in during COVID in 2020 and down here in 2016. Okay, again, just looking at the levels, right? $5 is a huge level here for STLA. And I think you see some buyers step in here very soon. And the last one is donut, believe it or not. Krispy Kreme donut. This thing's ranging pretty hard here. This is kind of a meme stock, but just for fun next week, it does have the monthly alert here. It's been ranging for a long time. Looking for that one to break out. Up above $3, I still like that one. So that is the watch list, folks. I just dropped that over here in the watch list tab. So you guys can, again, come over here and get that favorites list. Boom, just click on that link. And these are my favorite picks going into next week. You guys can hit this copy button. There should be a copy button for you where you can copy it into your TradingView account and check out these names over the weekend. I'll be posting the replay over here as well. You guys can watch the replay in this thread. And yeah, if you guys are new and enjoyed the content, I highly recommend checking out the trading course here. It's completely free. This is not a live recording. This is pre-recorded. I pre-recorded this in the morning for you guys because I do have some company coming over here this weekend. And yeah, that's it. So that's the trading course. If you guys like the trading indicators, you guys can download those in the trading indicator tab. That will get you all the indicators we talked about in today's video. Just click on that link right there. It takes a couple of clicks and everything loads right up into your TradingView account. Your screen will look exactly like my screen there. If you have any trouble or issues with that, send an email to overkill@overkillinvesting.club. I will be opening up the chart requests again next week for you guys, so you guys can get those in. We covered all your guys' chart requests this week. Those are all hammered out. We will be starting that again next week. We are live here Monday through Friday, right here on YouTube. Make sure you guys drop a comment down below. Let me know you're watching. Let me know your watch list. If I missed anything, like the video. And we will see you guys next week. Everybody have a blessed weekend. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves. Again, hang in there. A lot of these names are beaten up, but folks, this is the season. This is the season. Okay, there's seasons in the markets. There's seasons to buy, and there's seasons to sell. We are in a season to buy. When everyone else is scared, when everyone else is exiting, when everyone else is losing their mind, that's when we need to hold fast, right? We need to be stoic, okay? Not thinking emotionally, thinking logically, okay? If we're buying names below their 4-year averages at 2 to 5 year lows, we're doing the right thing. It may not seem like it in the short term, okay, but we are long term here. I think it's 6 months out, minimum of 6 months. Okay, keeping the 5-year vision. Okay, where are these names going to be in 5 years? Are they going to be bigger or are they going to be smaller in the next 5 years? Okay, if you don't say bigger, you probably shouldn't be buying them. Okay, we want to buy great companies at great prices. Great companies comes from doing your research, from understanding what the company or the project does to make money. And then the great price comes from knowing where we're at in regards to this cycle, right? Are we trading at a fair price, a discounted price, or a premium? We want to buy at discounted prices and fair prices, not at premiums. That's why we use technical analysis. You could buy the greatest company in the world. Say you're buying Bitcoin, you want to buy Bitcoin. But if you're buying Bitcoin up here at 125, you're doing yourself a disfavor, right? You want to buy Bitcoin down here at these areas, right? Down here into the mean. That's where we want to be accumulators. This is where we want to be buying. Okay, when the fear and greed index, when everything is down, when everybody's out, this is when we have to step up and stick to the strategy, stick to the plan. Again, everything we do here is based on 3 things, folks. Logic, data, and discipline. Logic is the plan we covered at the beginning of this. Data is what we see on the charts, and discipline is our ability to stick to this plan no matter what direction the market is going. Great assets at great prices. I'll leave you guys with that. God bless you. Have a great weekend. Hit me up in the chat if you need me. And we'll see you next week.